Hi, welcome to Earthwalkers, and thanks for taking a look at our website. This is our casting video, so if you're looking at this means that you're about to take a cast of your foot. What we're going to do is we're going to trace both of your feet. We're going to show you how to do that. I'm going to go through some of the things that you're going to need to do this. First of all, get yourself a sock, just an old sock, not too stretchy. You want it to be more relaxed so it takes on the shape of your foot, but it doesn't squeeze your foot. Then, the next important thing is you're going to need a roll of regular duct tape. Now this is white duct tape. You can get it at Walmart for $3 or whatever, but it doesn't have to be white. It can be any silver duct tape, but duct tape specifically works the best for this. Not masking tape and definitely not medical tape or anything like that. So duct tape. We're going to need a Sharpie ink pen and a regular ballpoint pen. So make sure you have those. We're going to need some scissors to cut the cast off your foot. We're going to need a couple of pieces of paper, just nice blank paper, big enough to actually accommodate the size of your foot depending on how big your foot is. And then we're going to need some sort of a measuring tape, because we're going to measure your ankle, we're going to measure the height of the boot, the calf size, and that sort of thing. So once you've got all those things, you'll be able to follow the instructions. We've kind of simplified things for this video, so it'll be easy. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down and get a volunteer, and we're going to show you how to actually cast it. Okay, so here we are. If you're going to do this on a floor that's carpeting, you need to get yourself a board, a hard surface, so that you can make your tracings precise. If you have a hard floor, just go ahead and do it on your hardwood floor or whatever, that'll be great. We're going to use the floor for this diagram. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to trace Kevin's feet. We're going to do both feet. So okay, Kevin, step up here and put one foot in the center. Perfect. We want to have the weight on the foot, but relax the toes. Don't stand on one foot because you want to keep it relaxed, but you want some way to expand the bones in your feet. Take your ballpoint pen, not the Sharpie. Keep the pen very straight up and down, and we're going to go along the edge of the foot for the trace. You don't want to squeeze the foot, but you want to just follow the exact line of the foot as you go around. As you look down on the foot, that ink line should just be a perfect silhouette all the way around the foot. And then when you're done, you want to do one for the other foot. Same thing, relax the toes, keep the weight on, and you go around. Same thing, keep the pin very straight, perpendicular. You don't want to angle it in or out. And that's good. All right, then we want to take those tracings, put them on top of each other so that you can look through them, hold them up to the light, and then you're able to actually see the tracing as it relates to the other one. What we're doing here is assessing which foot is larger, and in this case Kevin's right foot is larger, so that's going to be the one that we are going to do the mold of. Now, if you do your tracings and you find that the right foot or one of your feet is more than 1/4 of an inch different, you'll want to do a mold of both feet. In this case, we'll only have to do one. Okay, so now we're going to tape the foot. Take a piece of tape, raise the front part of your foot, go down about halfway, bring it up, close the tape over the foot, nice and snug, but don't squeeze the foot. We just want to capture the exact dimensions without changing them. Another piece, raise the foot, and then let the tape overlap about 25% of the width so you can make a nice connection. This process toward the toe, up again, down. And as we get toward the toe, just keep it nice and snug. When we get to the toe area, because it's round, we're going to take the tape, put one end of the tape under the foot, and then bring the other piece up over the top, making it as flat and uniform as possible. Continue that as you go around the toe, again covering and capturing the dimension of the foot without changing it by compressing the toes too much or anything. And then what we'll do now that we've completed all the way around the toes, we're going to go back and we're going to do the heel. So raise your heel up, bring the tape from the back, again let it overlap that 25% or so, lay it up against the foot, continue on back toward the heel. Up again, down. And then just as we did with the toes, we're going to go around the heel with a small piece of tape, placing the end under the foot now, and lay that straight up. Sorry about that, straight up the back of the leg. Now that we've completely covered the around the foot from the bottom, stand just as you are, and then we'll bring tape in from the back around the ankle. And we're only going to cast up to the ankle high. The rest of the dimensions for the boot will be taken with a tape measure. Take pieces of tape and lock the cast in place from the front. There you go. And then we'll take the Sharpie pen at this point, and we're going to make some marks. We're going to come down and put a mark between the first and second toe, marking the center of the foot. And then we're going to visually find this point between where the ankle bone comes down and connects to the foot, right about there. Lay your pin across there so you can use it as a visual aid to go down the side and put a mark on each side of the foot parallel to each other. That's to say that the mark on the left and the right side of the foot are in the same place. Then do the same thing up in the ankle, find the center of the leg, put a mark on each side, and bring a line down the side of the foot from that mark to your mark at the floor. Then take the Sharpie, lay it flat on the floor, and bring it around so it puts a mark on the edge of the foot. The depth and the width of the Sharpie is perfect to give us a correct marking of where we want the sole piece to be marked. Alright, and then at this point what we're going to do is take your paper from your tracing and write down your dimensions. We're going to go up from the ground about 7 inches. You can see that, it's right there. Go around the leg at 7 inches and record what the measurement is. So in this case, he's 10 inches at 7 inches. And then find the largest part of the foot, or the leg rather, which is up on your leg, around 15 inches or so. And do a couple of checks to make sure. Kevin is 15 inches at 15 inches high. So make those markings on your paper so we have that recorded. Then what we need to do is decide the height of your boot. If you're going for a 3-button low-top shoe, the height is standard, you don't need to measure. If you're going for a basic 10-inch, you can measure your own leg to see where that's going to hit. If you're ordering a specific custom height, you'll need to tell me the dimension. If you want the boot to be a straight top, that would be one dimension. You can measure from the ground up and decide what that is. If you want the front to be higher, for example, you want the front to be, say, 15 inches and the back lower, say 13 inches, then you'll need to write that down. You say the front 15 inches, the back 13 inches. Or I want my boot to be a 15-inch straight top. These are all correlations with the ordering page on the website as well. But make sure that while you're doing your measuring, you do measure the height of the boot. Then at this point, you'll be able to cut the cast off and put it all together to ship to us. So you take your scissors, and then without hurting or drawing blood, hopefully, you'll just cut the sock and cut down that outside seam line that we made on the cast. Don't make additional cuts or in the cast. Just cut that line without cutting your friend. And then slip the foot out of the cast. And then at that point you can see how that's captured those dimensions of your foot. You can take the casting tracings and put it inside the cast, rather. At that point, take your Sharpie and just go over the lines on the cast and make sure that they all are there while it's still holding the shape of the foot nicely. And then take your order form and your cast and send it to the address on the website. And if there's any questions, give us a call and we'll take care of it. Thank you very much.